Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me at CGB. Today in the arena, blue-white control. You knew it was just a matter of time till I grabbed my favorite color combination and decided to try out what it will look like in the future when we lose the Kaldheim, the Strixhaven, the Adventures in the Forgotten Realms, and the Zendikar Rising. I remembered all four of them off the top of my head. I should get a cookie. Or I should just write a script if I'm worried about that kind of thing. Whatever. When those rotate on September 1st on Magic Arena, which is not very far away now. It's like 21 days away. Oh my gosh. 3 weeks. 3 more weeks. Then the landscape of the format will be changed. Perhaps not every control deck has to be Izzet to be a top tier deck. So I'm looking forward to seeing what blue-white can do in that environment. Turning to the cards that we have available immediately, what becomes obviously apparent is we don't have a solid win con. I need a Pearl Lake Ancient. I need a Dream Trawler. I need something that costs like 5, 6, 7 mana, but is very protectable. Not an Imrith Desert Doom, which just gets freaking killed all the time and never connects with anything. I need something large, powerful, and protectable to finish games. And if I don't have it, I will turn. And trust me, this isn't asking too much from me. This is putting me right in my wheelhouse. I will turn to the most toxic of win cons available, Devious Cover-Up. It's not going away. So for 4 mana, we can counter target spell, then we exile it, then we shuffle 4 cards from our graveyard into our library. This can just be looped with another Devious Cover-Up, and then 3 other fun cards that we really like getting back. Some fun cards to get back could include Farewell, so that you're just freaking wiping the board all the time. And Fields of Ruin, so you blow up all their lands. If it's a 3-color deck, they're screwed. You can probably get them down to their 1 to 4 basics that they run in their deck. So yeah, I'm not afraid to win games of Magic this way. Our opponent will eventually run out of cards in their library and we will move on with our lives. Most of the time they'll concede way before that happens, but I would love some kind of a win con. So let's be on the lookout for that in our Dominaria spoilers. I bet something is in the works. Another thing that would be very nice is to have another counter spell that is cheap and effective. Make Disappear is hard to beat on curve. It's got a little bit of Jwari that's even harder for the opponent to pay. So it's a very important 2-drop counter spell. But the only other option we have in the 2 spot is Disdainful Stroke. And when we get into our 3-drop counter spells, we're looking at cards like Dissipate. And we're looking at cards like Wash Away, which are a little bit outclassed in the last standard. I don't know if we'll have to use them in the future standard. Obviously, if the mirror is a concern, a Dissipate to exile opponent's Devious Cover-Up sounds delightful. And if Memory Deluge takes off as a format staple, a Dissipate hitting the Deluge is very, very nice. But there's no more easy mode test of talents. Get them all out of the deck. We gotta fight one by one. I decided not to go with any of those counter spells and went with Brutal Cathar and the Celestis as my 3-drops, and they do play off each other. Celestis can flip Brutal Cathar, and you know how much I've been loving the Celestis in the recent month, unless you tune back in which case I found full appreciation for this card. Just non-stop day-night flips gets us out of all kinds of situations. And then Brutal Cathar, this is mostly a test taken from the mono-white deck, the mono-white control deck from the last format that had no sweepers and played Brutal Cathars and Skyclave Apparitions on the 3. It actually held up really well, and Brutal Cathar often found things to target, often stuck around on the battlefield, and even flipped over to hit more things. So, in a deck with the Celestis, I'm going to try Brutal Cathar Management, flipping into Moonrage Brute, flipping back, exiling more and more things, and then if the opponent ever does eventually kill it, maybe then we hit them with the Farewell, which we only have 2 of in the deck. It's not a very sweeper-centric deck. To make up the lack of cheap card advantage spells, like Tainted Indulgence and Expressive Iteration are cards that get used in other combinations. I've tried Faithful Mending in this deck, but it's card neutral to card disadvantage, not great. So we're running with Reckoner Bankbuster, just straight up kind of a win con, very loose win con, but it is a card advantage machine, so it can be a lot of fun to play with. I just wish I had a way to reset it. Like if I had some Fading Hopes, I could bounce it back to my hand, but I don't think those are great in the deck. Maybe a few Nikos. Oh wait, that's rotating. No more Nico Aries. The strength of the deck probably lies in the Wandering Emperor, Fateful Absence, and March of Otherworldly Light. This trifecta has a lot of removal up its sleeve to keep the opponent off all the fun things that they're going to do. Memory Deluge I also find pretty indispensable, but I could see how there are metas where you don't have time to get to 4 mana and cast a draw 2. But I hope we don't live in that meta. The rest of this, very experimental. We're going to see how it goes today, so that's the plan. Today's video is dedicated to John Van Lannen. Thank you very much for becoming a patron and supporting the channel. There's a link in the description if you would like to do it as well, and there are tiers that give you video shout-outs. John, you are very cool. Now let's dive in. Let the blue-white future control begin. Well, they have a Teferi avatar, and knowing the matchmaker, we could be in a mirror, so I'm going to keep it, because Celestis and Memory Deluge are great in the mirror. What you got for me? Green mana, ramp. Okay, interesting. Make him play around Jawari? Yeah. Make him think about a Jawari. I know they probably just want to ramp this turn anyway. Okay, Innkeeper. Interesting. So we could just take this off the board. Don't think that's worth it though. I think we just want to get Celestis down and get that going. So what do you think they have for 1 mana? Fading Hope, right? And they pass. Cool. Another Memory Deluge. I think we can give up Brutal Cathar for now. Play this. Say go. Would be nice to double spell this turn, but I don't see it. Now the opponent's getting their ramp deck to ramp. I'm really surprised they waited this long to make that play. But maybe they have Decisive Denial that they're going to hold up. What else are they going to do? They've got 5 mana here. So if they have a Decisive Denial, whatever, they counter Wandering Emperor, no big deal. What's really dangerous if they play something else. So I'm going to offer up this Wandering Emperor to their Decisive Denial, which I've seen in these decks a lot lately. They also might have a Fading Hope here.
You'll be safer. We must protect the people.
Yep. Okay. At least they didn't save their own Titan of Industry with it. What I really want to do is I want to get to a spot where, 1, they double spell, so we flip Day Knight. 2, I have enough mana to Memory Deluge and possibly hit a Make Disappear. Alright, they did double spell. Not as concerned about the Wandering Emperor as it looks like I am. Another Memory Deluge, huh? Interesting.
May your blade strike true.
Does the Aganjo... Like, I don't want to use that here. Let's just play this out. Do they ramp or do they try to kill the Wandering Emperor? They try to kill the Wandering Emperor. Fateful Absence. I think I'll drop one of these, actually. Too much of a good thing. Mm-hmm. If I try to kill the Neverwinter Dryer with the Fateful Absence, that might really work out for me. So let's make this block, and let's make this play. They might try to resolve something big, but I think we can battle our way out of it with the help of the Memory Deluge. If they want this land, they have to sack this Dryad now, and then they don't get the clue. Okay, that's fine. That's fine too. It was blocked, so Wandering Emperor doesn't die. They missed their land drop. They scoop. Questionable choices. Alright, we'll take that win. Teferi Avatar, again. Alright, they might be a slow deck, so having Make Disappear into Memory Deluge seems pretty great. They're not a slow deck. They're a Thalia deck. We are screwed. Going second sucks. I don't recommend it to anyone. This game's over. It's just over. If we go first, we win. But we went second. We lose. I guess we'll save this and try to hit the Adeline. Okay, cool. Not a game. It was not a game, was it? But what's super fun about Mono White? Even though the game's over, it's going to take like 3 years for the game to be over. Like, they don't finish you for like 4 turns. It's just you playing your spells badly. They're like extra taxed. It just feels bad. Playing around make disappear? Okay, whatever. So, March of Otherworldly Light. We have to deluge into a white card? Or no? No, we can do this different. Okay, is there a chance here? Maybe there is if they don't draw land. If we can make disappear this Thalia. Just kill me. Just frickin' kill me, man. Alright, draw Wandering Emperor, maybe? Nope, I've got another creature. Yeah, that was... Just go first and we win so easily. It's a joke. It's such a joke. We go first! Probably can't lose. Little Tranquil Cove life gain. Ah, they're in trouble now. Spara's headquarters. What the heck deck does that go into? I have no idea. Let's drop a Bankbuster. Let's be assertive. Clever Lumi. Gross. Alright, that's gonna be interesting. We gotta figure out how to play around that. They do want to play spells on their turn. Okay. Pretty easy counter for me. We do not draw land. I think I have to try. We're falling too far behind if we don't. And we only can cast 1 white spell a turn anyway, so we'll just price it into being the March. Wow. Cool. Cool. 27 land, by the way, guys. But we work it out. We gonna figure it out. Okay, here on end step, it's probably time to take shots at these and try to use up their spells. You know they'll use some kind of a protection spell, but we just want to use it at a time when it doesn't hurt us. Okay. Still no land. We try again. I'm pretty sure I kept a 3-lander too. All right, got there. You're telling me there's a chance. Okay, Massive Might. So they're pumping up the jam, and you would think I'm supposed to respond here, but I'm not. If I do, they use a protection spell and they hit me even harder. Timing is everything. Okay, they let one go, which makes sense, I think, but that was the one that had the +1/+1 counter. Weird timing on the clue crack. All right, let's hit that land. Okay, got a field. It's all right. Got 4 mana-ish available. We got Farewell in the pocket. We block with this pilot. It does make them put a spell on the stack. And it's just +2/+2 till and trample. So do we fight over this? Or do we just take it? I think we take it. Patience goes a long way. Layer. Yeah. Okay, wild shape for the hexproof. I think we let that go. Don't use the treasure. We might have other uses for it. Wandering Emperor. That'll be fun. Gonna deploy Bank Buster number 2. Let's see what the opponent does. I've only got 2 cards. And they play nothing. So this is great. This just means we get to chill and draw. Grind them out. Oh, Seiju. Okay. Well, that gets us the land. And that gets us a Celestis. So, end step. Do we try to kill this now? With 1 card? We've got 2 Field of Ruins for the layer. I'm not worried about that. Ah, Cycle Land. Get out. Get wrecked. Alright, here's a Celestis, and we tick away. Third Clever Lumi. Okay. Could drop a Wandering Emperor here, but it's too important to use them as removal spells. Ooh, both? Alright, scooping coming. They're going to meet the Celestis. And so we don't have to worry about this the turn after Celestis. I'm sorry, Farewell. So we don't have to worry about this the turn after the Farewell. We'll blow it up now. Gone. Land off the top. Let's start getting through the deck. Let's start working that Celestis. Just every single turn I can, I'm probably just going to activate this. It's very hard to beat somebody who has that much life. Opponent says nice as they draw a land, I'm sure. Their dog making cute noises. End game. Oh, Chandra Avatar, go first, go first, go first. No! Opponent goes first. Okay. But the hand feels playable. So let's get him. Surely they won't go 1-drop, 2-drop to make disappear bad. Right, no 1-drop. Just no werewolfy 2-drop. My brutal. Ooh, don't like that. Do not like that. Punished for having the card in my deck. Who would have thought? And now they play around make disappear because it's known information. That could be good, that could be bad. But I think what it does for them, that's a great draw. What it does for them is they'll probably just turn this into a Brutal Cathar. But this doesn't start the day-night thing unless it enters the battlefield? Does it? Does this thing do day-night stuff if you turn it into a Brutal Cathar and just pass? Oh. Well, okay then. Just played right around me. I'll stop one of them. The copy only has 2 loyalty.
I'm gonna remake this town in my coin or carnage. Tribute is owed.
What to do? If I play the Celestis here, they play something. Don't know what. Probably have a bunch of little dorks if they're playing Rakdos. I feel like I just have to get my stuff together, so I'm gonna get the Celestis down. They're gonna if they just play around and make disappear plus this and say go, like
Defy me.
they're doing fine. But Celestis can offset the life loss. Okay, Brutal Cathar goes again. Bank Buster. Flips. So they know about the Aganjo, so they won't attack into that. This can actually take out the Ob. Is that the play? I think I still make them play around, make disappear. I take the 2 damage. This is a tricky one. I think it's like this. Shambling Ghast, sure. This is an interesting game. Already the decisions are kind of... It's kind of wild.
By coin or carnage. Tribute is owed.
I probably could have kept them just holding this back if I just held the Aganjo, but what do I discard then? I don't know. I just know I want a double spell next turn. So, alright, no more Ob. Oh, they have a Deadly Dispute? They might resolve it now? Okay, sure. Got some treasures, but it's on their end step, so they don't get to lay a land. We say go. We trigger. We're back to daytime. Draw. This can go. Draw again. Farewell. Interesting. Pass, flip to night. It's tempting to get the Bank Buster out, but I want to do it when I can trigger day night. Just keep gaining that life. Just work that Celestis forever, man. Just wait till I get my Brutal Cathar involved. Again? Well, I get my Brutal Cathar. All right. I mean, they're really throwing this Ob at me. Let's see if they just burn their freaking treasures here. They're playing around it anyway, so it's not like it does me any good.
You don't stand with me. You're my enemy. Go. Plead for mercy. By coin.
Yeah, they're relying on Ob to do all the work here.
Tribute is owed.
Send you. Send you. Land. Farewell doesn't do me any good here. Planeswalkers. How exciting. Go to 7.
Your punishment
Go to 5.
by coin.
What you gonna do?
Carnage
Ray? Okay.
is owed.
Hater. Now what? Keep flipping. What else can I do, right?
Pleasure doing business.
Let's see if it's worth discarding, huh? All right. What else are you gonna do? Nothing?
Is my entertainment.
I have a feeling this won't go over.
Now you've done it.
They've only got 3 mana.
It's coming off.
Hero's Downfall, okay.
To wander. Guards.
So we need to double spell this turn to keep flipping. So we'll do this. Do
You
this.
started this fight, but I'm going
Still doesn't kill it.
Strike hard.
But does something. Go after the token first, right?
Well, now, I see we have a dissent.
That life gain, man. It's all we got. I mean, that can be your timing if you want it to be, dude. Who am I to stop you? A 1/1.
Goons will make quick work of
I'll go to
my
3.
coin or
No big deal. All right, now what? I'm still a ways off here. So I guess I need to draw, gain life, have some cards to discard, right?
Let your blade do the talking.
Yep, gotta draw cards, gotta keep marching on stuff. The opponent still has plenty of cards in their hand to do mean things to me with. The Celestis is the only reason I'm still alive. I mean, we are doing it when it comes to the Celestis. Alright, 5th land, Invoke Despair coming right up.
Your punishment is my entertainment. Go ahead, plead for mercy.
I mean, you know they got it, right? Of course they do. Alright, draw. This can still attack. Do I play that to prevent 1? It's not going to attack. It's not going to attack, is it? No. Okay. Alright, so draw. Really need a spell here to trigger the Celestis again. Don't hit. Don't hit. Great. What a weird game. Kill that.
My empire.
So we played 1 spell, so activating Celestis here won't really save us. Still, I think we have to just gain some life. Up to 4, dead to Invoke Despair. You know they've got it.
Defy me, and you'll lose everything.
Or that. Oh, that game made me very, very ragey. Yep, that is what you're afraid of when you play Control in the format. Opponent got pretty lucky to pair up against me and have everything they needed. Alright, we'll give it a try. We're on the play. We got Marches and Brutals. Should be difficult for the opponent to completely run us over. Life gain? Cool. That seems fun. Maybe the opponent will play around Jwari here. It's really funny that nobody has. When I play Jwari, everybody plays around it. Yeah, okay. Yep, there it is. I think we just let that go, let them have their Lunarch Veteran. Try to ignore that card. Focus on using the Marches and the Brutal Cathars on other things. Cleric. Should probably... I mean, is Cleric Tribal dead with rotation? It's a good question. This isn't. This is. This isn't. That's a pretty good card. Actually, let that go. We'll exile that in a minute. I think I want to use the Aganjo on the Cleric of Life's Bond while I can. All right, that goes down. Still have only 2 lands. Take out their stuff and we'll be fine. Righteous Valkyrie is definitely leaving. Along with Elite Spellbinder, it's hard to picture clerics without some of that. Aura's leaving, which... Oprah. Yeah, it's pretty much down to these 2 cards and trying to build a new cast around them. I don't think that's very exciting. Alright, there's your Moon Dancer. Explains why the opponent didn't play around Jwari. They have no choice. So I think they scry to the top, which means I think I'm going to Field of Ruin them, which is very mean. But we're going to do it. One, two, 1, 2. Okay. Blow up their scry. Blow up their scry, march their Trelisara. They might have no basics. Basic test? Huh? Okay. Double planes. Huh. Okay, black and green. There's your Valkyrie, okay. Kill it. And go up to 25 here. Brutal Cathar can go after Valkyrie. I hate the idea of them getting it back, but we gotta do what we gotta do. Or do we? Maybe this is a deluge turn. Let's get this down. If they kill it, they kill it. Hopefully they can't do it too efficiently with something like a Ray. And let's get this down. We can start using holes in our mana curve to draw cards. We certainly have the right amount of redundancy. I think I was just supposed to exile this 1,000,000 times. Do I kill it? No. Alright, it's gonna get scary. But we transform. I love how often you do transform with this deck. The ward, the first strike, becomes a very powerful blocker, and it can turn on Reckoner Bankbuster. Another one. Let's see if they double spell here. It would flip my Brute back over, which can take out their Voice of the Blessed. But it looks like they see it. Alright, let's try our Memory Deluge for an answer. Fateful Absence. Another Bankbuster. Looks good. Do I take this to draw a card? That's so greedy, right? Besides, they might cast another spell here, which would flip the Brute. Alright, they go for a draw. We got something here. It's a land. Can we double spell? If we draw the right card, maybe. Ha! Alright, now we kind of want this to die. Sorry, buddy. That's a heck of a board wipe we've got chilling. Another Voice of the Blessed, why not? Alright, now we have to find a way for this brute to die. Or get somebody to double spell. Drawing extra cards from Bankbuster feels like eventually that can happen. You want to attack me with that, or... No? Okay. Celestis, cool. Memory Deluge. Alright, double spell it is. Could also just activate this, but hey, let's get max value. Make Disappear isn't looking great, but I will take one. We might even end up sacrificing this to Casualty, and then the Farewell can hit creatures. Take that as well. Oh man, flipping the Brutal Cathar every turn if they can't remove it is going to be so... What's the word I'm looking for? Brutal? Ooh, is that where we want to be? If we give them... If we sacrifice this right now and they get both of these back, they're going to hit me so hard. Kind of unacceptable. Because we could counter this. Oh, man, we could... We're so close to like Bankbuster, power up, sack a Bankbuster. I think we gotta let this be. It's okay, we have Farewell. Farewell will do the job. Can exile graveyards too if we wanted such a thing to happen. Oh, here they come. Okay. Okay, we're gonna hit them with the Farewell, and they're not gonna like it. Don't think I hit graveyards. I like my Memory Deluges too much. They've got 44 life, and I have a feeling all 44 of that life is gonna scoop. Out. And just give them a minute to process. Okay. There it is. There it is. On the draw, kind of a slow hand. Let's hope that we're playing against something that isn't purely 1-drop, 2-drop aggression. And maybe it'll get interesting. Actually, can I just play against some mid-range and control decks, please? Could be so much fun. Yes, this is going well. What do they have? Priority check? Nothing? You got anything for that? Naya in the house. Restoration of a Ganjo. Alright, the mana setup isn't an Invoke Justice setup. Might be like a really bad runes hand. Let's just get the Celestis down, I guess. We got our artifacts online. Got access to plenty of card draw. Yeah, bad rune draw, I guess. But it's probably about to get a lot spicier. Hallowed Haunting. So, Farewell is the card I need. And we have to find it. Make Disappear. Could come in handy. Let's get rid of a Memory Deluge. We don't have a lot of time for these right now. And then let's kill this now. Not give them that sweet, sweet cost reduction if we can help it. This thing probably has to get Brutal Cathard. Moonforged Champion. Seems good. They get Hasty Rune, I guess I can counter it. If they try to put it on the Architect. Okay. Not the greatest counter of my life. Especially since they might just have another, but we gotta not die. I know. Alright, finding Farewell is now the priority. We also need the land to cast it. That can go. There's Farewell. Did I mention we need the land to cast it? How do we make that happen? Am I gonna die next turn from 23? I don't think so. I think we take our shot here at the land. Memory Deluge is a better shot. But Celestis going off is nice. And you know how much I love that. Alright. I think I'm just supposed to pass. So tempting to cast the Deluge there, not get a Celestis trigger, hit your land drop, or activate Bankbuster, try to get the Celestis trigger and the land drop. Oh, it was there too. Oh well. It's fine. It's fine. We've got the Farewell, unless the opponent hits us for a billion right here, which, you know, it's happened. I'm not going to be able to hit a counter for that. It's definitely the best thing that they could have in the spot. But there's no creatures there. So if there's no creatures in these cards after the Farewell, down to 9 from 24. Nice. And go. Yep, they're holding back. Smart. March, yes. Does make disappear any good at all in this matchup? I don't think so. I think I'd rather have Otawara is not good, right? It's just not great either, but at least it's got some versatility, you know? All right, doing it. All creatures, all enchantments. Graveyards? No. All right, make them try again. I mean, to say that was huge, it's probably an understatement. Either they're setting up a devastating rebuttal, or they are salty. Generous Visitor. Runeforge Champion. Alright. I wish they were salty, but it looks like they have set up a deadly rebuttal. This is gonna hurt, and if they draw enough runes, I might just be dead. I won't miss this deck, and I don't know anyone who will. Alright, 6. Oh, it's gonna be close. They already played their land. They run out of runes. We go to 4. Okay. We're still here. We're still here, and we got a lot of interaction. But they might have a Tamiyo safekeeping. Okay, that's fine. And a restoration, yep, keep them coming. I might basics check them soon, though. They did double spell, so we get another Celestis trigger. Oh! They didn't find any planes. They sacked the clue. Alright, I want them to use their safekeeping on this Fateful Absence. And then we respond with a Wandering Emperor. There it is.
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me.
All right, now they don't get a clue. So we could also exile our Wandering Emperor to get rid of this, but I don't think that's net worth it. No need to draw there. Our hand's pretty good. Conjure up this nice samurai token. Last turn. So they can discard a card to get back a naturalist. Trying to decide if I want to use a march. We're going to have to deal with this eventually anyway, and I could use a march here and just take out the restoration, but then I'm not threatening to take out the visitor. So if I'm going to play... I think March is for the visitor then. They didn't pitch. So they go for a Kami. Do you think that they have... Do they have another showdown? This needs to get exiled too. Ah, Rune of Speed. Okay, let's exile the Kami then. A little greedy going for that play. Caught him. And another Wandering Emperor takes out their battlefield. Although they do have a restoration coming. Make disappear. Nice. Let's just plus up. I would like to make a samurai next turn, and since we're not under pressure, I think we can get away with it. We might even get to Flashback Deluge. And get rid of Make Disappear because they have so much mana. They can do a lot of things in a turn, so maybe that's not brilliant by any means, but... we'll see. Land, nice. All right, look at all those Field of Ruins. We could take out the red sources, but feels pretty good to just have more removal. And another Farewell on deck. The game would love for us to double spell here for the Celestis. We could also just activate it though. Well, we'll see. Let's draw. Okay, we did it. We did it. Another life, I suppose. Although we'll probably just end up discarding. Spell. Oh, I drew. I need to cast this. Ah, I thought I... Not my finest hour. Alright, they say go. We'll go for a Brutal Cathar at last. It's a Moon Rage Brute, but if we double spell here, it will flip. And we can put a counter here. Alright, 3 mana open does a lot, but let's just go for max open mana. And do we take the Architect of Restoration? The opponent probably doesn't have much removal in deck. This should be pretty safe with a Brutal. Another Celestis is not needed. Yeah, Brutal Cathar Celestis. Combination you don't see all that often. Whiff? They whiffed last time. Now the cards are flowing. Now this game is getting out of hand. Yeah, we're just going to turtle up and do this all game, baby. All game. So, you can discard something to get something back. What would you like it to be? You have a naturalist? You'd really enjoy a naturalist, right? Yeah, they drop a land. Interesting. You get to sneak that onto the battlefield there without having to target with it. Do we care about that? Don't think so. I think this is for showdown for the rest of the game. Alright, that's one spell. You have another one that you'd like to play? No? Darn. Let's keep these going. March and March, I guess. More Bankbusters doesn't seem bad, though, as proactive plays. Brutal Cathars seem really good. Yeah, we've got enough cards. Let's grab more Brutals. And then we draw, make Pilot. I'll fly. I'm Pilot. Any other people out there who are just way too much of an Independence Day fan like me? Alright, so drop this. And this. Now flip Day Night. Put another counter over, say, here on the Vigilant one. And don't attack here. They'll want to trade. We're going to take both of their creatures on their turn. Well, we're going to take freaking everything from them. Hand them over. Tameo Safekeeping. What a gamer. Sure. Don't know if that's going to really help you, but I get it. You got to do what you got to do. Maybe you discard some draw, and you got 29 cards to go. You go for a rune. You got it. That's fine. I'm holding Devious Cover Up. I could just remove that and the turn would pretty much be done, but this is just too much fun. Let's start blowing up their land. We know that we have all these Field of Ruins at the bottom, but we still have 3 more in the deck. And we can go Devious Cover Up into full-on land destruction mode since they can't seem to hit their basics. The basics test is gonna fail. Alright, just pass the turn here. I guess we can do this now. So top decking Showdown does them no good. And pass turn. Transform. There's those Field of Ruins. When they start coming, they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming, and they don't stop coming. So I play 2 spells, I dare you. Ooh, a red source. Okay. Sure. Oh, I am enjoying myself. Thanks for asking. I'm sure that some of you are wondering, how could I possibly enjoy this? Trust me, I do. Trust me. I could use some nice hype tunes, though. I failed the basics test? Impossible. And I'll kick it over to you, opponent. Oh, I forgot to flip. Ha! I forgot what I'm on here. All right. I forgot to actually flip my brutes. It's fine. This is fine. Tommy, sure. I am very curious what it enters as. Okay, it enters as a 3/4. You want to come get some first strike? You want to get these hands? There we go. Five-head decks played badly. I only have 12 cards left, but don't worry, the devious cover-up thing is an option. Opponent with a rope out? Come on, I put on the cool music. Okay, just ordering blockers. Had to do it carefully. Sure, totally. Totally a thing. Oh, man. Oh, what am I doing here? Let's just activate it with mana, huh? You come with me. You come with me. You come with me. And then we, cast no spells and it just flips right back? Seems fun. Brah, brah. Hit him with the vigilance. Oh, they're taking it. All right, we got a feisty one here. And flip back. Ah, okay. The red mana doesn't quit. And flip back. Nah. Now they've had enough. Oh, day night, baby. Those brutal Cathars. Living up to the name. And we are back for the post-game wrap, checking out the stats, the MTG Assistant stats. Check the link in the description if you want to track your wins and losses. I went 4-3 playing the deck, and I will take any time I get like a 4-3 win rate playing a future-proof deck, because we're really playing with half the format off limits to us. Probably going to take a long time for me to get to Mythic this way, but if I do it, I do it. If I don't, I don't. It's more about the content and about looking forward to the brighter days of a rotation and seeing what is still good. What's kind of good is Brutal Cathar Celestis. Here's the thing. If I were still a best-of-3 gamer back in my day, I would put the Brutal Cathars in the sideboard and I would bring them in for matchups where either the opponent's sideboard's out their removal or they just have trouble removing a Cathar. In their current position, they were just kind of okay, and I would love to run Dissipate, traditional control style cards in those spots, and I would love to run Depopulate as well. I just don't think those are very meta good at the moment. I don't think they solve problems. Brutal Cathar tries to solve those problems. It's not perfect at it. Make Disappear. Man, this card got played around a lot, and it definitely didn't age well. Maybe a couple of these should be the Dissipates, and maybe 4 is way too many. I could see that being true. Another card I want to try in some amount, especially if Boros is going to continue to just be meta, Portable Hole. Oh wait, that card rotated. Never mind. So we do need like another cheap, preferably 1 mana removal spell of some type. I would love a blue/white remove counter spell in the vein of like an Absorb, because all too often I had blue cards in my hand and March of Otherworldly Light that I needed to exile something to kick with and stay alive. So something like that would be really good for this deck too. So we're going to keep our eyes open for new blue-white counter spells that are really efficient. We're going to keep our eyes open for a sweeper that maybe hits enchantments. Like if a sweeper for like 4 or 5 mana hit enchantments and creatures, that would be kind of perfect, because we need to get that Fable of the Mirror Breaker cleared up. That kind of nonsense. So yeah, those are the kind of cards that we're looking for this deck, and I really do have optimism that blue-white will be good in the future. Also, you may have noticed that Teferi is my box art. That's just my blue-white like go-to box art. I don't really know if the One Who Slows the Sunset is a good match for the meta right now, with the Wandering Emperor and Memory Deluge eating up the 4-drop spot, and Devious Cover-Up also eating up the 4-drop spot. If we dump the cover-ups and we add some Dissipate, and we throw in Teferi, we might have a better deck overall since the Devious Cover-Up win con doesn't come up too often, and I do still think we need some hard counters, but it is scary being out there hoping to eventually power through and win the game with Reckoner, Bankbuster, Wandering Emperor, and Brutal Cathar. It's a handful of frickin' 2/2s. We need another Crawling Barrens or Hall of the Storm Giants type creature land that can get in there and finish the job. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next video. You're cool.